Pokemon did it again, and I wish I didn't have to say that, but it's getting ridiculous at this point. The reviews for Pokemon Legends ZA are out, and they're exactly what everyone feared. Average again. And yet, Pokemon will still somehow sell tens of millions of copies, but fans deserve a lot better. So, the real question isn't, is the game good? It's, why do Pokemon fans keep accepting this? Today, I'm going to talk about how Pokemon became the world's biggest media franchise, bigger than Marvel, Harry Potter, and Barbie combined. And they still release games that are barely scraping a B minus on Metacritic. And by the end of this video, I think you'll understand why that's not just a gaming problem, it's a people problem. So let's talk about you guys that might be watching this for the first time. Oh, you just hate Pokemon, you're just a hater. Let me make something clear. I was in middle school when Pokemon first came out. I remember playing it on the OG Game Boy. I was there when it first came out. I was there when the cards first came out, when the cartoon first came out. I gave the first couple years a go, and then I got in high school and I started getting laid and dating girls and having a real job. So I kind of stopped following Pokemon. But it was a big deal. It was a big franchise that was innovative at the time, and a lot of people were talking about it. But somewhere between the last few games like Scarlet and Violet and even Sun and Moon, Pokemon stopped evolving. And for some reason, the fans just kind of let it slip by. And if you called it out, they would get mad at you. I noticed Pokemon fans get super mad when you call out their franchise, but we got to look at this. Let's look at the numbers for some of the previous games. ZA is currently sitting around an 80 on Metacritic. Scarlet and Violet was about 72 on average. Sword and Shield, 80. Legends Arceus, I think I finally learned how to pronounce that correctly, is sitting at a beautiful 83. Well, let's be honest here, guys. We haven't seen a truly great Pokemon score since Sun and Moon in 2016, which was nearly a decade ago. And yet, every one of these average games still sold millions of copies. So what gives here, guys? How can the highest grossing franchise in the world keep getting away with being just okay? I think it's part of the problem that Nintendo fans settle. They settle for mediocrity. They settle for just enough. They never want to have a real legit game of any sort for any franchise, not just Pokemon, but even Metroid Prime 4. For as long as we waited, you see that reveal with the bike in the trailer. The game's graphics look subpar. And then you look at things like Mario, Link, and all that. They play it safe. And then the Nintendo Switch 2 itself is an average console. It works, is the only qualification for gamers being happy that are Nintendo fans. And it seems like being just okay is the same thing with Pokemon. Oh, it's just okay. So let's talk about this upgrade, right? On paper, Legends EA is the first major Pokemon release on the Switch 2, right? And you would think it would look like a generational leap, but when you actually look at the comparisons, the difference is almost laughable. Side by side between the Switch OG and the Switch 2 version, the textures basically look the same. There's still pop-ins that happen. Models still look flat. The only real improvement is the frame rate. 30 to 60 frames per second. That's it. Kotaku literally said that there was hardly any difference on Switch 2 aside from smoother performance. So tell me, how is this acceptable for the biggest franchise on Earth? How are we allowing Nintendo, Game Freak, Pokemon Company to just do the bare minimum? Are we just nostalgic for Pokemon at this point? Do Pokemon fans, do they have no standards? Are they just happy with a game just working and just being okay? But here's what I think is happening, guys. Pokemon doesn't need to impress you anymore at all. Doesn't need to impress anybody. They don't even expect word of mouth sales at this point. They just want your day one hype money. Because they know you pop a Pokemon logo on it, you throw a cute little Pikachu on the front, it's going to sell. People are going to buy it no matter what. Look at how they market this thing, right? There's massive celebrity endorsements. There's full-on ad blitz in Japan. There's emotional trailers that are built on nostalgia. None of it's really innovative, though. None of it is innovation at all. It's all relying on your past nostalgia playing the Pokemon franchise up until this point. Let's be honest, Game Freak knows something that most fans don't want to admit. Pokemon itself doesn't sell games, the nostalgia does. And Nintendo knows how to market nostalgia when it comes to Pokemon, Mario, Link, Zelda, you name it. They have all the IP in the world that has all the nostalgia in the world. And we got 25, 30, 35, 40th anniversaries coming up. Almost every single major Nintendo IP has some kind of anniversary coming within the next few years or so. So nostalgia is how they're going to trap us. They're going to trap us with marketing centered around nostalgia. And that's from top to bottom. Whether it's a 20th anniversary, 25th, 30th, 35th, 40th anniversary for Mario, Metroid, Zelda, Pokemon, you name it, they got us hook, line, and sinker. Again, they know this. They know that Pokemon doesn't sell games, but nostalgia does. And Pokemon's become such an ingrained part of gaming, of mainstream media, that it's everywhere. Whether it's games, clothing, toys, you name it, it's going to just be there because people grew up with it. And that's the nostalgia effect, right? Here's where it gets real. If you're between 25 to 35 years old right now, Pokemon isn't just a game. It's a time machine. It's your Saturday mornings. It's your old Nintendo DS. It's your childhood bedroom. Life has gotten a lot heavier since then. You know, you got bills, you lose friends and family members. The world itself just feels darker. And Pokemon's that one small, colorful world that still feels safe for all of us. So when a new game drops, people aren't asking if it's good. They just want that feeling back. They want to chase comfort. They don't want to chase quality. And honestly, I get it. I used to be that person too when it comes to Super Mario, Zelda, things like that. I mean, I still fall for it that day. That's why I bought a Nintendo Switch too. But that emotional connection is exactly what the Pokemon Company, Game Freak, Nintendo are cashing in on. They know that you're going to buy it anyway, even if it's unfinished. Even if half the Pokédex is missing or it's locked behind a DLC. Even if the textures for the game itself look like a 3DS port, they know because you've done it before. You've gone and you supported it and you've bought these games before. And the truth is, Pokemon fans are some of the most loyal, but also the most forgiving fans in gaming. And that's why nothing's changing. And they gatekeep. I'll tell you how many times I've seen people have to walk back their opinion about Pokemon games. It's ridiculous. You're not gatekeeping me, guys. Get angry. Hit that dislike. The point of this video isn't to say I don't love Pokemon and that you shouldn't love Pokemon. It's to say that you should love it enough to hold it accountable. You should want more. You shouldn't settle, guys. Being a real fan of something means wanting the best for it, not defending mediocrity. And I feel Nintendo fans have been accepting mediocrity for quite some time. Oh, well, it's going to sell anyway. Nintendo don't have to change. No, guys, don't defend that. We deserve games that look as good as they make us feel. We deserve a franchise that evolves as much as the creatures inside it do. But that won't happen until fans stop rewarding laziness with loyalty. So Pokemon Legends EA isn't a disaster by any means. It's just another safe, predictable, good enough Pokemon game. And that's exactly the problem here, guys. So before you drop another $70 on nostalgia, ask yourself one thing. Do you want to catch them all or just keep getting caught by the same marketing, right? So thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like if you've made it this far. Subscribe if you're new. And let me know in the comments your thoughts. Are you still buying Pokemon? Are you fully done supporting mediocrity? Anyways, I'll see you on the next video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.